Hello, my name is Marcy Nelson, and this is my internship presentation. My internship this semester was with United Families International, which is a super awesome non-governmental organization. I'll tell you more about them later. So, first and foremost, finding an internship was quite the process. However, it was made simple because of the resources available at BYU Idaho. So, honestly, one of the main things I did is I just paid attention to when my professors spoke. Because they would often talk about organizations or companies that were pro-family, and I just took note of the ones that I was interested in applying for, and I applied to everything. I applied to everything that any professor had mentioned that was of interest to me, and there were many that I applied to, and I did not get hired as an intern, and then I finally ended up with UFI, and it was a wonderful opportunity. So just apply everywhere, pay attention when your professors speak, and just keep trying. um, so UFI is really cool. United Families International is really awesome because their 5-point mission is all about strengthening and defending the family, marriage, life, and the sanctity of life, parents, parental rights, and religious liberty. So one of my main responsibilities was to write blog articles that touched on one of these 5 points, which was a really rewarding experience. Another responsibility I had was creating memes. And honestly, this was so satisfying. I had never created a meme before, but obviously we see them on social media all the time, right? We see them every day. But I had never known how to make it. But it was really fun. We used a website called PicMonkey to design them. And you just find a free stock photo online, and then any quote that I read for a class or in a textbook or anywhere, if it was non-religious, then I made a meme out of it. And then you just put the UFI logo in the corner, and it was really fun. This is one of my memes that I created. Another one of my favorite responsibilities was World Family News. This is such a cool website. So basically, they just have this website where they compile current family-related news articles. So it's all on one website so that when people are wanting to be informed on what's happening in the world regarding the family, they just have one website where they can go to that has access to the most recent, most current articles, and they post on it daily. I was responsible to post on it once a week, and it was really satisfying. In addition to that, I was also responsible to read the news daily. And obviously, I wasn't perfectly successful at this every day, but on days when I did, it was so exciting for me, so satisfying. And I really felt like this was the icing on the cake for my education. This is exactly what receiving an education is all about, is learning to become a more informed, more educated, more proactive citizen. And that was really exciting and satisfying for me. I also had the wonderful opportunity of attending the United Nations this year. I have a professor who attends every year with United Families International. And because I was their intern as well as a student that was fortunate enough to go, I was responsible to create the United Nations directory, which was just basically all the names and the contact information and biographies of all the UFI and the BYU Idaho attendees. So it was time consuming, but it was really fun to just kind of get to know the people that I was working with at the United Nations and get to know UFI on a more personal basis, since this is an online internship. So this is kind of an interesting question, is how did I benefit the organization that I interned with? And one thing that I've learned throughout my college career is that I love writing. I love it, and I feel like I'm good at it. I wouldn't say that I'm perfect. Obviously, there's more to improve on and there's more to learn, but I feel like I'm a really good writer. And my internship mentor actually told me that I'm a good writer, and she was grateful for my writing ability. And she wasn't worried about what I was going to produce because she always knew it was going to be high quality. And so that felt really good, to be able to produce blog articles that were digestible for the average human being to read and understand, but they were also well written. That was exciting for me. Another thing I was able to offer was obviously my attendance at the United Nations, and I am in the process of writing a blog article that just gives a very thorough analysis of what goes on at the United Nations, what organizations are represented. Are they pro-family? Are they anti-family? And so because I was able to attend, that will be a really wonderful asset to United Families International. And also because of my attendance, I was able to help out with the UN directory, which is something that most interns don't do, which was a delight. And the next question is, how was I able to benefit from this experience? And honestly, I've loved my internship. I thoroughly enjoy every aspect of it. I love it. It is so fulfilling and rewarding. And I felt like I feel like I've been doing something important, which is what our education is about. It's about taking our knowledge and these newfound skills and then doing something important, doing something in the real world that's going to contribute. And that's what I felt like I've been doing. It has been a challenge for sure. And one recommendation that I would give students in search of an internship is do your internship separately from the rest of your classes. It's my last semester, and I had 3 classes left to take plus an internship. And I thought for sure 3 classes would be manageable with an internship. And it's been rough. It's been really, really hard. And I haven't been able to dedicate as much time as I would like to the internship because of my other responsibilities in classes. And thankfully, my mentor has been really supportive and patient with me. But I would recommend doing it separately. And even if it means you graduate a semester later, I think it's worth it to really get the full experience out of it. If I could do it again, that's what I would do. But it's been, like I said, it's been a delightful experience. So rewarding and just kind of a capstone of everything that I've learned. It's been wonderful. So there is an advocacy class in the Marriage and Family Studies major that is awesome, and I highly recommend it. In fact, I think it's mandatory for all marriage and family studies majors. If not, take it. But there are 5 elements to advocacy, and I feel like UFI covered almost all of them. So persuasive speech and writing, research and knowledge, strong coalitions, social media, policy and law, and fundraising. And all of these things together create effective advocacy for whatever it is you want to advocate for. So obviously we did writing. I wrote blog articles in a persuasive way to hopefully get people to understand pro-family issues. Obviously research and knowledge were involved in that process. United Families International has a lot of allies and a lot of people that they work with, especially at the United Nations, to promote and defend the family. And that's something that they do really well, is they work well with other organizations. They have a huge social media platform, and many of their blog articles and all the memes, all of the things that we create as interns and as volunteers for the organization, they go on social media and they post often, frequently enough that anyone who follows them will never forget that they exist. They also obviously are involved in policy and law because of their presence at the United Nations, which I think is really important. The only element that I don't really see them actively using is fundraising. It's obviously very important. Without the funds, we are unable to do these things. But I was just really grateful to be a part of an organization that used all of these elements because they are effective. They are good at what they do. They educate the public and they keep people informed on the issues, and they're very active in promoting what's right. And it's been really exciting and it's been really rewarding to be a part of it. So in addition to just befriending your professors and just taking note of the organizations that they talk about, my biggest help was emailing family internships at byui.edu. I knew I had lots of options, but I didn't know where to start, and they were awesome. I just sent an email and I said, hey, I'm a junior. I'm looking for an internship. I'm looking for an advocacy internship. I don't really care where it's at. It can be online or away, in-state or out of state. I don't really care. I'm just looking for one. Can you help me? And they sent me this document of like 20 to 25 organizations that frequently need interns that were advocacy related. Some were in Utah, some were in Idaho, some were in Washington, D.C., and a lot of them were online. And honestly, I just applied to most of them because I just wanted my chances of getting an internship to increase. So I just applied to all of them. And a lot of them will require a writing sample and letters of recommendations. So be good friends with your faculty advisor, be good friends with your professors, because then they can give you a good word of recommendation. Also, there are so many awesome resources available on campus. This is something that I wish I would have taken advantage of more as a BYU Idaho student. I felt like I was so busy with school and with work and with other things that I wasn't able to take advantage of these resources. But it's so important, and it's very helpful in furthering your knowledge, furthering your skills, furthering your career. They have internship missionaries that come on campus and help you. They're senior missionaries, and their whole mission is just getting college students to find internships. And that's their job, and it's wonderful. Take advantage of that. When they're on campus, make an appointment. Go talk to them. If there's mock interviews, go do those things. If there's a resume workshop, go to that. I didn't do any of those things, and I regret it. And just take advantage. Also, you'll receive emails, especially upperclassmen. They'll receive more and more emails regarding internships and career opportunities. So just stay up to date on your emails as well. Would I recommend interning with United Families International? Absolutely. I think they're a wonderful organization, and it's been a pleasure being a part of it. It's not compensated, and honestly, I don't care because it's been so satisfying. It's been very fulfilling, and I feel like it was a cumulative experience of all of my education, and I was able to just take all this knowledge that I've gained and apply it to something real and apply it to something impactful, and it was an honor. So I would absolutely recommend it. Thank you.